Happy Tuesday. I'm glad you're getting through this week, and thanks for joining us as we continue to talk about the parable of the prodigal son. The story is so rich. I could go on for days and days, and in fact, I will for a couple more days. But today we're going to talk about how we rank sins. Do you think one sin's more important or worse than another sin? Do you think, well, I did this, but I didn't do that. I know I have struggles, but I'm not the axe murderer that they arrested the other day, and Notice what the older brother does. The older brother will not go to the party. The younger brother's home, the father throws a party, the older brother will not go in. His feelings are hurt. Father comes out to the older brother. Remember, didn't go look for the younger brother, waited at home, goes out to the older brother and invites him in. Oh, just great stuff in this story. And the older brother says, do you know what that son of yours did? He went to that far country. He spent your money on all kinds of sin, and he lists these sins. Now, here's what's interesting. We're never told what the younger son did in that far country. We're told that he met a bunch of friends, but we're not told what he did. What happened was the older brother filled in the blanks with what he would have done if he had been in the far country. You know, we always assume that we know what's going on. We always assume we know what the other person did, and this older brother was sure that this is the kind of behavior that the younger brother had exhibited. This is what he was guilty of, although we're never told that. We're told a lot more in this part of the conversation about the older brother than we are the younger brother. Now, the younger brother may have done all of that. We don't know. But the thing is, we're not told. The younger brother throws it in there. The older brother throws it in there. And what do we find out? One, we find out that this is what the older brother really wanted to do. He was sitting at home. He was going by all the rules, but he wasn't happy. He was mad. What was he mad about? He was mad that his younger brother actually had the guts to do what he'd always wanted to do, and that is run away from home and live in that far country and do all the things that the older brother talked about. So which is worse? The guy who actually did it, or the guy who harbors it in his heart and would do it if he had the chance? Do you remember when Jesus said, be careful about lust, be careful about murder, because if you hold it in your heart, you're already guilty of the crime. You know what Jesus is talking about there? He's talking about when you decide that the only thing that is keeping you from carrying out the act is the opportunity. I'm just waiting for the situation to be right. Then I will take care of this guy who's hurt me. Then I would have the affair with this. If I'm just waiting for the opportunity, then you're already guilty. Why? Because you're already the kind of person who would do that. The older brother didn't know the father either. Lived with him, kept his rules, but never knew the heart or the love of the father. Everything I have, the father says, is already yours. And the older brother never knew that. He had been stewing outside, wishing that he had had the guts to run away and do all the things that the younger brother did. So the younger brother was wrong. So was the older brother. Just because he was pretending to be faithful and obedient on the outside didn't cover up the disobedience and the disrespect for the father on the inside. Both sons are guilty of the same sin. So which sin is worse? That's a lot to think about. Better get started. I'll give you 60 seconds. See you tomorrow.